right, this is Boneyard Beach. We're just south of Amelia Island. We're on Big Talbot Island, which has a Jacksonville address, and I think this is Big Talbot Island State Park. I don't know if this used to be the area where you got on the beach, but now it's a toilet area. They do have toilets here, and yeah, it's eroded all the way down there. This is what we saw from the beach, or not from the beach, it's a bridge. We saw this beach from the bridge when we were driving in. That's important, though. So high tide today is at 11:22 a.m. and right now it's about 8:20. All right, another source says 11:30, and low tide was at 5:30 this morning, so it's going to be rising now. We're like mid-stage, and they say it rises really quickly as you get to high tide 11:30, 11:20. Well, you can't even go down here either. We're going to keep walking. And my guess is that people used to walk down those easier to access entrances, and we're destroying the dunes, so they make you walk all the way down and then all the way back on the beach. This is longer than you think it is. So it's almost a half mile to walk to the beach along this access path. So there's the bridge we came in on in the beginning of the video. And this might be close to the end of it, of the boneyards, the bones, little tree bones, and we can walk down that way. So up there, that's the Nassau River, and this is like the Nassau Sound. So the Nassau River is beyond those bridges that feeds the Sound. And the Sound goes out is what makes this Boneyard Beach, and then that's the Atlantic Ocean over there. Is this the Native Americans? Yeah, somebody built something out of the trees. I don't know if they're supposed to do that. I don't think this is natural. The driftwood pieces. I also saw, as we were approaching from the bridge over there, driving over this way to get to the parking lot, there's a pond up here, and there's a boardwalk where you can watch birds. So we're gonna go see this pond. The boardwalk was on the roadside, not this side. I'm guessing that when the tide comes up and is high, it connects to this area. All right, you can see where it almost connects, and it will connect when the tide rises up. Area 51. So you can see the boardwalk, which is way out there along the road. That's where you can watch birds if you walk in that section. You don't really see any birds out here right now. It just goes all the way around here. From here you can see where the most of the Boneyard Beach is. It's down in this area right here, starting here and going down. We're gonna head down there. and then it ends way over there. I think the reason they say what they do about the tide is because when the high tide comes up, it will cover the entire beach. And if you're down there, and of course the exits are blocked, we saw them on those old dune entrances, you may get trapped and not be able to get out. Denise is saying this is mud, but I think some of it's rock too. But maybe it's mud over rocks? I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely mud just on the top. So this human constructed fort is almost like the beginning of this Boneyard Beach section. So I guess this is why nobody's here, because it's starting to drizzle a little. And we are the only people here in the third week of February, Sunday morning. There's nobody else here but us. Just show up on a rainy day. You could probably do the same thing. So, you know, these are the rocks. Those are rocks. So I don't know how much further it goes out. I'm guessing maybe another 10 feet or so, but there's nothing else out there except for that one tree that we're missing out. But it is rolling in. Tide's rolling in. Do you see any graveyards? Gravestones? Bones? So that's what the bones are, is these dead trees just laying around. You know, driftwood, kind of like driftwood that's in place, just rotting.
Mouth jelly.
Something changed to create this? Well, is this erosion against here? This area is eroding. It's knocking the trees down, taking them into the water slowly over time. If you know what changed, leave us a comment. Looking online, they're just saying erosion over centuries creates these conditions. They're saying it's just, whoa, almost tripped on that. Shifting sands around channels and barrier islands, just in general, that create these conditions. I know North Carolina is having problems more on the interior of the Outer Banks. And this, you know, we're not quite at the Atlantic. The Atlantic's over there, so we're almost to the Atlantic. They're bleached white too. being out here in the sun. Most days are sunny here. Also online it says a contributing factor is sea level rise, which allows the saltwater intrusion to move further inland, which is further weakens these trees that aren't used to it and can't handle it. And that also contributes, it says. I guess the roots hold a lot of this together. There are the porta potties where we came in. You can see it did used to be the entrance where people came in. Now you basically have to do an out and back. You can't even do a loop or anything. Denise wants a picture by this tree. I guess this is just limestone or something. Carved out by the water. And little pebbles making holes in the water from the waves as they approach. Whoa! Almost got wet. There's the entrance right there to where we parked. It's the initial entrance you saw in the beginning of this video. Or very, very close to the beginning. When we first got out of the car where the porta potties are. And this is just about the end of it over here. And it's kind of like a hike. It's almost like the best part is at the end. Like when you get to the top of the mountain, I'd say. And there's not really any going down from the parking lot. You can see how tall that is compared to Denise. See, if we would have started right here, this would have been the best part. Right in the beginning. They probably scaled this wall here. Wall of sand. It is pretty tall. You're gonna get dirty if you do that. It's almost like they dug it out on purpose there. With an excavator or something. I guess they also want to make the access more difficult in general, so you don't have partying teenagers coming down here. This is a long walk to get here. I think, let me check the Strava. Well, it's a little over a mile if you don't include that area that we went to further down. A little over a mile, but 1.25 if you include that area. We're just gonna head back. So that's the video. Let us know your comments if you've ever been here or if you want to go here. We've been all over the place, never seen a beach quite like this. It's definitely unique. And glad we're here, not on the super sunny day too.